days, more and more of us want to know where our foods come from and how it's sourced.
It's something I'm really passionate about, but sometimes the politics on how our food is farmed and fished, well, really muddies the waters.
For years, I've been dead set against this electrofishing. Electrodes on the seabed stun the shellfish and other sea life, making for easy pickings. The EU banned it nearly 2 decades ago as a threat to sustainability. But now, a rising tide of voices says electrofishing is the future.
I want to see if its supporters can convince me I was wrong.
Back in my restaurant, one of my signature dishes is this, razor clam with wild herbs. So today, I'm heading out to see for myself how my clams, or spoots as we Scots like to call them, are caught. Razor clam fishing is heavily regulated and monitored to make sure stocks last.
Oh, there's a baby one.
Smaller spoots are returned to the sea.
Can I throw it back?
Throw it back,
Good deed for the day.
Scott McKinley and his team of divers collect the clams by hand, and for me, that's the most ethical way of doing it.
So how much, could one diver, how much could he catch hand pickings a day?
Oh, on a good day, a diver expected between 100 and 150 kilos a day.
So if one diver's getting 150 kilos, why is hand picking just not good enough then?
Well, some days like today, because the weather conditions aren't good, we might be lucky to get 10 or 20 kilos. Some days we go out and we get very, very little. That's on a good day when we get 100, 150 kilos.
For these guys, the legal alternative, commercial dredging, goes against the grain as it strips the seabed bare.
So you think it would be more environmentally friendly, more sustainable to be doing the electrofishing than the hand diving or the dredging?
It'd be a more economical and viable way of fishing because we can pick what fish we want, leave all the small, and they can bury themselves back into the sand.
But Dr. Sam Collins from the Scottish Wildlife Trust disagrees. He says electrofishing could be a real danger.
Cod has been known to have broken vertebrae or internal bleeding caused by electrofishing. There are lots of questions on the non-target species. I think these are major concerns that we're just not fully aware of yet.
But this video, filmed last year in Scottish waters, shows neither environmental concerns nor the ban have stopped illegal electrofishing. You can see the electrodes on the seabed. And despite fines of up to £50,000, it's said to be widespread. Meanwhile, law-abiding fishermen like Alan Forbes have to leave their kit lying idle.
So you got this piece of kit here, stuck in the back of your car, and you can't use it.
This bit of equipment has been used once. We had a special permission from the Scottish Government for 1 day.
That 1 day was for a research project for Marine Scotland, the very government agency that polices the ban. And its findings said electrofishing had little impact on other sea life. And that was 2 years ago.
So if the government commissioned this report, and in fact give it a clean bill of health, then why has it not done anything about it?
Politics, political things do take time, and things don't happen overnight. So what we really want to try and do is to have Marine Scotland establish a structured, managed framework. If we leave it as a free-for-all, it becomes uncontrollable, and then how can we manage the stocks?
Well, that's just one of the questions I wanted to ask both Marine Scotland and the Scottish Government. But no one was available to speak to me, though they did send me a statement.
In it, they admit their own research shows electrofishing is an extremely benign method of fishing and could provide a useful economic boost.
But they go on to say they still won't do anything until they've carried out wider consultation. In the meantime, what I've seen has given me food for thought.
I started out fiercely opposed to what I believe was a seriously damaging fishing method, but it seems that electrofishing for spoots might have some serious scientific backing.